Alright, so I finally got my hands on the Nautilus Sentinel. So, first and foremost, I want to say this took quite a while to get it because, you can only get it from Neptune ice mines. So, just keep on doing those little, that weird white little objective thing that comes up. You just have to do that and farm all the parts for it. And, after farming for a long time, I finally have it. Now, the Sentinel itself is not that interesting. It is a pretty decent Sentinel, I guess, if you want to use it in Railjack, because it's kind of made for Railjack. And it has, like, it has, like, Auto Omni, which you can kind of replace, like that, with a Engineer, kind of. But I would still say like an engineer is probably going to be better. But if you don't want to have an engineer on your railjack, you could just might as well just run this. And then you have Cordon, which I don't know if it's a great mod. I don't really know what it does. Like, I've kind of tested it out, but it seems to be just attracting enemies into a cluster or something like that. But it usually just pulls the enemies towards you. But, that works out, I guess, or something. But the main reason to build this weapon has to be the fact that it comes with a very amazing weapon, Sentinel weapon, which I'm forgetting the name. I think it's Verglas. Yeah, I think Verglas, which is a really good weapon. And if you're interested in like Sentinel weapons, and if you wanna get a weapon that actually does like good damage to other like stuff, like if you want something that can do damage to, like, let's say level 100 enemies or shit like that, this is the weapon for you. And that's one of the reasons I built it. So the build that I actually put on the weapon, because I don't really care about the Sentinel. The Sentinel itself is alright. You could use it in Railjack and shit, and you could probably throw in like a decent type of build. But the weapon I was kind of more interested in, so that's why I kind of put like 2 Forma in there. I think I'll probably put like another Forma in there. Try to figure out what else I want to put in there. But yeah, this weapon itself is really good. So let's actually take it into the simulacrum and see how it does right now. So the weapon itself is actually like really good. Like, it actually kills like level 100 enemies. Basically any enemy that doesn't have a lot of armor, this can easily take it down. And it's not it'll take down heavy gunners also, but it'll take a little bit of time, which is why I'm actually using like viral and heat on it, so I can kind of take their health off, because I don't think you could probably use corrosive on there, but I just kind of wanted to test out like some of the stuff, because if I put corrosive on there, it's gonna put blast, which I don't really like, because the innate damage of the weapon is cold. So I kind of wanted to get like a heat proc on there, so I just ended up going for viral and heat. And also, this is kind of like a makeshift type build, so which means that you can actually put like maybe another Forma in there, or maybe 2 more Forma to kind of get like definitely want to get multi-shot in there, so you can actually increase your damage a bit more. And if you don't want to use I think critical chance, no, the crit mod that I'm using, which actually reduces the fire rate, if you don't want to use that, you can also just end up using point strike. But I just ended up using that just to get that little extra 3% crit chance. So the weapon itself is not bad. You could definitely use it against level 100 enemies. Now, if I think I might actually show right here where I start actually, spawning enemies that are like not heavy gunners. Like, anything that's not a heavy gunner in a bombard is gonna die very quickly with this, which is actually pretty great. Which means you kind of have like a sentry now. So you can use this on, of course, a Sentinel, which is it's gonna work very well with it, or you could put it on a MOA, which I think I probably will put it on a MOA, but I don't really know if MOA is going to be better at targeting enemies than a Sentinel, because the Sentinel is like right on top of you, so it'll just target anything that it sees, where a MOA can kind of run around, so it's probably not going to shoot as much as, like a Sentinel. But it just depends on whatever you want to use this with. The weapon is really good, and I think it's definitely worth farming just for the weapon itself. And yeah, I think that's about it. You might be asking, is this Sentinel good in Railjack? And it kind of is, and it kind of isn't. The thing is, it's a Sentinel, so it's not going to be able to sustain enemy fire, and it's going to die. So, even if you have Prime Region on it, it's going to regenerate 3 times, and it's going to die. And you won't have that Auto Omni tool. Now, I've tested out the Auto Omni tool. It works pretty well. It's very quick, and you won't have to worry about your ship dying at all. I don't know if it can actually take your ship out of a catastrophic failure imminent thingy. I don't think it could do that. Your engineer can do that, by the way. If you have a crewmate that's assigned as an engineer and he has like repair maxed out, he can do that. So I would just say, if you really want to get the Sentinel just for the Auto Omni and thing, just get an engineer, man. This is not worth really building if you're just looking to use the Sentinel. But as I said, if you are looking to get the Verglas weapon, it is really good. As I said, I think of it as a mini Nucor. Nucor, Cuba Nucor, I guess, has like a lot less crit chance, but not a lot of crit damage also. But it's kind of like a mini Nucor in a way. A lot worse and mini, but it can work. The weapon can work, and I think if you can get a ribbon for it, which by the way, the ribbon price for this weapon is going to be through the fucking roof. So you might want to grab a ribbon for it if you can get your hands on it. And if you can get like crit chance on it, a crit chance, crit damage ribbon for this, it's going to annihilate level 100 enemies, or even level 150 or something like that. But the thing I want to say is, if you want to get the Sentinel for the weapon, get it. And if you want to get the Sentinel for like an engineer purpose, I'd say just skip that and just hire an engineer. Have an engineer in your crew, honestly. Just run that. It's just going to be a lot better. And, and you could use the weapon with a MOA or with a Sentinel. Depends on what you like. If you use it with a MOA has a little bit more survivability, and also you can kind of revive it, so it's gonna stay alive longer. A Sentinel can die a lot quicker, and it's gonna be dead a lot of the times, unless you have a Jinn, which can recover back, but 90 seconds or something. So I'd say all in all, the Sentinel itself is kind of okay, but the weapon is really good. So I would definitely recommend anybody who can get their hands on it. Of course, you got to do a lot of farming. But yeah, if you can get your hands on this Sentinel and get the Verglas and get a ribbon for it, goddamn, good luck. Good luck having 30 plat or whatever, 30k plat or something. So yeah, that's about it. That's the Nautilus Sentinel. And yeah, I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.